Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Markus. Markus is the German and Scandinavian form of Markus. Markus is one of the oldest and most common Roman forenames still in existence. In fact, back during antiquity and the classical era, Markus was one of only a dozen or so given names used for boys. For instance, Marcus Antonius, Mark Antony, who lived in the 1st century BC, was a notable name bearer. After Julius Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Antony joined together with Octavian and Lepidus to form the Second Triumvirate. This political alliance would later collapse when Octavian defeated Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium, 31 BC. Shortly thereafter, Marcus Antonius and Cleopatra committed suicide. In the 2nd century AD, Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius, considered a philosopher king and symbolizing much of what was good about Roman civilization, was the last of the 5 good emperors. The exact origin of the name is not entirely certain, but most etymologists agree it likely comes from one of 2 places. The first is Mars, the Roman god of war. The second is from the Latin adjective mas, meaning male, virile, which is thematically the same thing as Mars. Despite the Old Latin roots of Marcus and the many illustrious men of the Roman Republic and later Empire who bore this name, and despite Marcus's connection to the Roman god of war, the main source of the name's popularity among medieval European Christians is owed to Mark the Evangelist, author of the Second Gospel of the Old Testament. Written sometime in the middle of the 1st century AD, Mark's Gospel deals with Christ as the Son of God and emphasizes how Jesus suffered for the sins of mankind. A native of northern Africa himself, St. Mark is also credited with the establishment of Christianity in Egypt. The Muslims arrived later in the 7th century, and today Islam dominates Egypt. The 4 Gospel authors, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, are among the most popular and enduring masculine names used by Christians since the Middle Ages. Other forms of Marcus/Mark in various languages are Marcos, Biblical Greek, Mark, Celtic, Marcel, French, Maliko, Hawaiian, Marco, Italian, Marcos, Spanish, and, of course, Marcus among Germans and Scandinavians. Marcus remains a heavily used name in Norway, Austria, Sweden, and Germany. Personality of the boy named Marcus. The number 2 personality in numerology is all about cooperation and balance. It's the number of diplomats and mediators. They are not leaders, but strive rather for harmony in partnerships. These are the peacemakers. Equality and fairness are important in their dealings, and they are willing to share power and responsibility to achieve a harmonious outcome. This personality is calm and patient, waiting for things to evolve instead of pushing aggressively for an outcome. They are good-natured and easygoing, and care deeply on an emotional and spiritual plane. 2s appreciate beauty and nature and are intent on making the world a better place. Popularity of the boy named Marcus. Marcus dates back to 1961 on the U.S. masculine naming charts. This form of the name has only done moderately well and is either restricted to parents of German/Nordic descent or parents who prefer different spellings of otherwise common names. No doubt, both Mark and Marcus have always been popular names among American baby boys. The Italian Marco and Spanish Marcos also fare quite well on the U.S. charts today. The French Marcel and another Spanish version, Marcelo, have also showed up to the party. Marcus is not one of the preferred forms of Marcus in America today, but he has managed to carve out a place for himself. The K is usually more common than the C in Northern European countries, Carl, Eric, Jacob, Lucas, etc. Somehow the K just gives the name a stronger, firmer, and more decisive characteristic. Marcus looks genteel, but Marcus looks more badass. Quick facts on Marcus. Gender, boy. Origin, German. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 796. Pronunciation, Marcus. Simple meaning, Mars, god of war, manly, virile. Characteristics of Marcus. Considerate, balanced, sensitive, patient, cooperative, nurturing, loving, gracious, kind, compassionate. Cultural references to the baby name Markus. Famous people named Markus. Markus Schulz, German trance music DJ, Markus Näslund unspecified currency sland, Swedish hockey player, Markus Babbel, German footballer/coach, Markus Rogan, Austrian Olympic swimmer, Markus Breyer, Austrian golfer, Markus Merck, German football referee, Markus Wasmeyer, German Olympic alpine skier, Markus Rosenberg, Swedish footballer.